Hey guys, classichomer here. Welcome to Let's Play Mega Man 6. Oh, Capcom stuff. I do a lot of Capcom games, don't I? Well, this will be the last one for the NES as far as Mega Man goes. I may eventually do DuckTales or Darkwing Duck or one of those other Disney Capcom games. So, the story behind this one is that Mr. X is holding this tournament that has robots from around the world in it, and then he decides to capture them all, reprogram them, and begins taking over the world with them. Mega Man's all like, no, I ain't gonna stand for that shit. See? He's taking Rush with them. They're gonna go and kick ass. Unfortunately, the music doesn't transition incredibly well from the story to the title screen. I think the only game that did that was Mega Man 4. Oh my god, did it do it really well. So we're going to start off with Flame Man, who, well, oddly enough, is still a fairly challenging boss. Not incredibly hard or anything, but I don't think that there is a really good starting point for this game. And Flame Man, well, I guess he's better than any other. Thing is, with him, he's like a Wave Man on crack, because all of his moves and attacks are just the same as Wave Man's, only more numerous. Because, I don't know why, they just decided to be like, hey, let's have a guy who not only brings a pillar of an attack, but does 3 of them! And instead of just shooting once from his buster, he's going to shoot 3 times, and he's going to be way more easy, actually. Wave Man was one of the harder bosses from his respective game. What was that, 5? And I think Flame Man, who, even though I'm pulling all these parallels and saying that he does way more things, is actually easier. Mostly because there's a pattern you can see and deal with. Whoa. Enough of these guys coming around. And of course, you saw how they lit the oil on fire. It is insta-death fire at that point. Just as though they were spikes. So, I guess it's pretty cool how they're trying to do more nifty things. Revitalize the very obviously aging series at the time. Because, I mean, this was 93. And I think it ended up coming out so late that Capcom couldn't even get it licensed on Nintendo by themselves. They had Nintendo license it. There we go. I was a little worried about that jump. Stop moving! Quit being a dick! Damn things sliding around trying to get me killed. Oh yeah, I'm not using the slide very often in this game. Not really sure why. Probably because I'm so used to playing other Mega Man games that haven't had slide. Like 9 and 10, and oh god. Okay, good. It's really easy to screw that jump up and drop yourself right into insta-death fire. Which is not anything I want to be doing. So, Flame Man, as I had said before, he's... Actually, I was totally wrong. He doesn't do 3 jets from the floor, he does 6. So, yeah, still way more than Wave Man. Because whereas Wave Man would try and like put them right on top of you, Flame Man has a pattern you can see and try and deal with, and I'm just going to keep sliding into him as opposed to under him. Whoa, let's try and not die. Something else that really bothers me about Mega Man 6. The controls are slightly less tight, mostly in jumping. Like, if you try and jump immediately after landing, in any other Mega Man game you could. In fact, you could spam jump and actually move faster in some of them. During that fight, I attempted to make a jump, and Mega Man just decided, I don't feel like jumping, I'll just take a shot by the fire. That's cool. Whoa. Yeah, he seems to always want to launch with this rolling bar wave attack, which for some reason I was in the range of getting hit by that time, even though I hadn't moved my position. Neither had he. Whatever. Game's not perfect, neither am I. At least, he's a lot easier once you're used to his pattern. Said he's easier, there we go. 50% of my health, that's okay. I'd rather save the E-Tank for later. Because things are, well... Actually, this game's pretty average in difficulty. So they aren't really going to get hard, they're just going to be, well, the same as always. So we get F-Blast and Power Adapter! The F-Blast is kinda cool. You can use it for certain things. Nifty to hit things that are below you. Power Adapter, I don't care for as much. Well, as you might imagine, Blizzard Man is weak to Flame Man, so... Going to go after him next. Need the Master of Snow. Apparently they're all the masters of something. Well, I suppose they'd have to be. They are robot masters. These propeller droids are annoying with their invincibility. And the extra life is such a trap. I don't think I've ever been able to get it and then get out. But I try for it every single time. Because what's the cost? Nothing, except for going back to the start of the stage. Yep, never seem to jump out of that rate. Oh yeah, you can select your power adapter from in there. I'll wait until I have a time where it makes sense to try to use it. Unfortunately, as you probably noticed, there is no rush coil on that screen. That's because there is no rush coil in this game. And it's the first one after, well, Rush was introduced that doesn't have them. Or doesn't have the coil. Except for, well, I was going to say except for Rock My 4 minus Affinity, but that's a hack and doesn't count for this. For that tally. Okay, I would really like to be able to hug the left side of this pit as I'm going down. I have to time out the jump. And we might as well get this equipped. There's a little cutscene every single time you put this on. You can skip it, which I'll be doing from here on out. And go. That was really poorly timed, but I'm still going to make it. I don't care if this guy hits me as long as I don't fall off. Because now I can smash that and get 1-up. And that's the nifty thing about the power adapter, is it can smash cracked blocks. And some enemies will react differently if you hit them with it. Like these guys. See if I can't get one. Of course he's going to be moving away from me. You hit him and he goes flying off and then smashes against the wall. As opposed to just blowing up like any other enemy. Whoa, hey, let's not fail at jumping. There we go. E-Tank number 2. And this attack is pretty powerful. Oh, crap. Should have been faster about doing that. Whoop. That was my one. There we go. There is an advantage to playing the Anniversary Collection of this game as opposed to the NES. Because there you can at least use the L2 and R2 buttons to switch your power adapter and regular shots. Well, actually it's just the R2. The L2 is used for something else. But for most of the game you can treat it as just a instant switch back to Mega Buster. And now they're going to introduce raising and sinking platforms via a submarine. Which actually does affect how you do things. Mostly just how your shots work. And if you didn't have the power adapter, you'd have to go over top of these ice blocks, risk getting hit by spikes. With it, I can just punch those things out of the way and keep moving. And it is not worth it to try and dodge these guys' shots when you're near the ceiling. Just take the shot, you'll be okay, unless you really suck and have already taken a bunch of damage. I wish that thing did not take nearly as long. Get this back on, and then slide all the way to the end here. Get E-Tank number 3. No, I probably won't keep track of all the E-Tanks I collect. Especially since I'll end up using some. But it's nice to know that I've already got a healthy supply of them at the very beginning of the game. That can be a little tricky. Just stay calm. You got 3 seconds per platform. That's plenty of time. Actually, I guess it's not actually 3 seconds, is it? That goes by way faster than the 3 count. I should probably have gotten that for the fire blast, but I'm more interested in killing the squid and avoiding its torpedoes than collecting weapon energy. Thankfully, we're pretty much at the boss. Whoop. There we go. Just need to activate that bomb. And that one. The key to not flying off all these icy platforms is to land on them while jumping and not pressing left or right. And to jump anytime you want to turn around. So, Lizard Man himself is... he has a move that can be annoying, but in general isn't too bad. Oh, that's not the annoying one. Anyway, I'd rather get hit by that than what he's going to try and do here. Because you want to jump over him as he rolls at you and then slide past. In an attempt to, well, not get smacked against the wall and die. There we go. Were this a 16-bit Mega Man game, he'd probably actually push you against the wall and then have some other crazy attacks that happen. They do pretty cool things with the animations in the later Mega Man games. You know, 7, 8, Mega Man Base. Some of the X games, I suppose. So, with 2 of these guys down, I suppose I should go ahead and take out a 3rd one. It's not like I'm playing Rockman 4 Minus Divinity again, where it takes a level per video. Things here will go much quicker. Beetles. At least they aren't Power Ranger ripoffs this time. You remember that show? The Beetleborgs? Whoa. Were they Beetle Battleborgs or some other stupid... oh, I know what would you call that? Name where everything starts with the same letter? I can't remember exactly what the term is for that. Of course, we have the gigantic guys back again, and they will always take more shots than it's worth bothering with to try and kill. That was another instance of me trying to jump again and the game not letting me. Not entirely sure what is up with that, but it's like that in every version of Mega Man 6 I played. NES and the Anniversary Collection. Hey, it's Eddie! And I think I got E-Tank. No, I didn't. I got an extra life. That's right, because I already got an E-Tank earlier in the stage, didn't I? That's what I get for trying to slide past them. I can't see what happened. Of course, that time Eddie was in such a position that you couldn't just go back up a ladder. Capcom learned! You could, well, not spam, but you could force Eddie to give you what you wanted in the previous games, nearly every time you encountered him. They've at least did something about that here. Well, I think there are some places where you can get him to respawn. Which is just, well, the option's there. It's up to you whether or not you'll take it. How much of a wuss will you be? Frog enemies. Are those frogs, or are they more like crickets? I don't know. They kind of have the same function. They jump at you. For whatever reason, it's frogs in every video game that end up giving me the most trouble. Like in Rockman 4 Minus Divinity, we had the Mega Man 2 frog enemies. Actually, I had frog enemies for practically every game. But specifically, the ones that came from Mega Man 2 suddenly gave me so much trouble when they never did from their original game. Or in their original game. I would like to not get hit by this bullet every time. Problem is, we got fish that are jumping out here, and they will knock you into those holes. You do not have enough knockback to avoid a watery death. So, you want to be careful every time you go past one of these places. Wow, did I really just jump up into that bullet? Please, game, you have to deal me more damage. Okay. Whoa, I really hate this area of the game. I'm glad I'm done with this level. Everything is trying to knock me into the pits. And being remarkably good at least coming close. Consistently coming close. Oh god. And the fish, I think, will match your jump height. So if you didn't kill them and you're just going to try and go, don't. Because even if you jump really high, they'll follow you and they'll hit you. They will knock your ass back in the water. So, Plant Man is the requisite shield boss for the game. Thankfully, with the Blizzard attack and the Flame attack, he's pretty easy. Just jump his shield and launch your attack. It doesn't even matter which one you're using. I think Blizzard does slightly more damage, but they both work. And usually, he seems like he won't just walk you into a corner and kill you. That's usually not all the time. I'm pretty sure I've been pressed back into a corner and then he stood over top me anyway. But that makes 3 bosses down, and well, Flame Man I guess was kinda hard. But only because I didn't have the right weapon for him. When we refight him, he will be a cakewalk. Jet adapter. That is incredibly useful. And I'll be using it almost the entire game. Like, nearly anything going on for the rest of the game, I'll probably be using that. So, I think that's good for today. Next time we'll take on Tomahawk Man and a few bosses beyond. See you then!